So I feel like, like, these 3 episodes, like, it might be better to, like, have, like, approach them as, like, one big episode, Because this
That
really...
makes sense.
Yeah. Like, think it really is just, like, like, 3 parts to, like, the same story going on right now. Like, way more than normal. Like, especially, like, episode, like, 20 and 21 are basically just, like, like, you end at one point and you pick up instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we finally did it, guys. We beat Ken. We did it. It's episode 19, so it's like... Yeah, the dub... I forget how exactly it handled this. I think it was just sort of like, just switch music or whatever between shots or whatever. The sub just, like, keeps the same track going as it switches between everyone, as, like, establishing shots. And that works way better than, like, whatever the heck the dub did from what I recall. So yeah, like, there's links these seen together. It's just like, alright, like... Davis is just on the shore as everyone else just goes to investigate this whirlpool and, like, check out the Digimon Emperor's base.
Yeah, the reasoning seems to be that, Davis doesn't have a Digimon that can fly, so we're just gonna leave him behind.
Yeah. And, like, by the end of this, he does have a Digimon that can fly, and they just sort of gloss over it.
I don't think it needed to be addressed. It's just something that happens.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be nice if there was, like, some slight acknowledgement, right? Like, just some... I don't know, man. Yeah, so they, like... They basically sneak into the Digimon Emperor's base and all that stuff, and, like, everyone else just going on doing their thing, Like, Cody finds the entrance to the base and stuff.
So, what's this Digimon called? Submeramon?
Yeah, Submeramon.
Yeah. Submeramon getting some use.
Yeah. Gotta make that water Digimon useful somehow. Honestly, like, think about it, surprisingly, like, Digimon hasn't had that much trouble making water partners useful. Like,
yeah,
there's...
Well, I mean, it's easy. You just throw them in a situation where they're near water.
Yeah, like, looking back, it's kind of surprising how often it comes up.
Yeah, when what was that kid's name? Michael.
Yeah.
Fought, the Gorillamon in the pond. Wow, what a convenient pond right next to the Digitalamon restaurant.
Yeah, I'm fine with that because it's like. Wasn't the Digitalamon restaurant, like, close to a lake anyways?
I don't know, it might have been. But I wouldn't be surprised if they just like, yeah, there's a little pond or lake nearby.
Yeah. Man, that Michael fight was cool.
It was alright. Just Mega Siegemon grabbed Gorillamon and dragged him underwater.
Yeah, he just drags him underwater. He's like, okay, now you're in my element, punk. And he's just, like, keeping him down there. Like, I kind of wish one of the main characters did get a Siegemon now, honestly, because, like, that'd be interesting, Just have, like, a water Digimon that has no use on land outside of, like, like, lakes and stuff. But, like, once they're underwater, they're super strong.
That's not true. We already know that, at least, unless it's just a trait of Metal Siegemon, that they can float on land.
Yeah. Well, like, Metal Siegedron's a mega, so that's, like, a whole thing, I guess. Like, I imagine if, like, a normal Siegedron... Well, I don't know, I guess Siegedron kind of is a snake, so he could kind of make it work.
That's what I was gonna say, he could just move like a snake.
I don't know. That's, like, the idea of a Digimon being, like, super specialized to, like, a certain environment,
I don't. It makes it useless everywhere else. And that's
lame. But, when they do get in that position, then you'd make them even cooler.
Assuming they get into that position.
Well, I mean...
I don't think it's a good idea. I don't like it.
It's like, how many times has Ikakumon, like, ended up in, like, a body of water, you know?
Anytime it needs to be.
Yeah, exactly.
But Ikakumon can fight on land, too. Because most of its moves revolve around shooting a thing out of its head.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, you're like in the desert boat or whatever with like Kakatorimon, and he just appears in the pool, you know? I don't know. I think there's some potential there at least. Yeah, so they like.
The only exception I can see is a Digimon that excels in the air. The only time they're not useful is if they're inside.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's a like way to kind of frame it. Yeah. I'll put that's like around this point it's like, they're approaching the dark whirlpool. And like the dub makes a weird change where the dub has Wormmon specifically be like, I don't like that place. It feels evil. I'm pretty sure
that's pretty much what he says in the sub.
Yeah, in the sub he says he feels scared, but it's like the first time the dub has actually kind of like acknowledged evil is like an actual like, like power that you can feel in this world. Like it's a tangible thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they like approach the dark whirlpool. And it's like, everyone's kind of like getting position and stuff.
Tana's like, I gotta get to the dark whirlpool so I can finish my Digimon.
Yeah. Gotta like steal those parts from the dark whirlpool. I gotta get that dark data, man. It's like, it'll be such a good finishing touch. So it's like, they're kind of like approaching the dark whirlpool. And it's like, you see like, first Davis is like trying to, he's trying to find a way over there. He's like, oh hey, we could use this tree to make a raft. This single tree.
And he pushes the tree, and it's apparently it's like a lever that makes it move.
Yeah. Which is super weird because I'm pretty sure that doesn't come into play again the entire episode.
It kind of does.
Kind of.
When they're rescuing the Digimon, it's kind of implied that like all the other islands look like the one that Davis was on, so it's implied that they all do that.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. Yeah, so he like, just sort of pushes the tree. And meanwhile, TK's like descending into the dark whirlpool, and he sees effing Digimon ghosts just like flying around and crap.
Yeah, just no big deal. Digital ghosts.
Yeah. How are there Digimon ghosts?
Bakemon.
But Digimon get reborn.
I don't know, man. Wizardmon.
But he died in the real world.
I don't question it.
Yeah, I don't know, it's just a weird effing detail that's like, oh yeah, Digimon ghosts, of course.
It's the remnants of Digimon from the recycle bin.
Sure, why not? But yeah, so he like, sneaks onto the ship and he like finds the prison area, and TK's like, okay, we have to start freeing people. And
Cody finds it first, and he starts freeing Digimon. TK shows up later.
So the first time I noticed, it's like, they start freeing Digimon, and I'm like, wait a minute. Those are Daramon. Daramon's an ultimate.
And none of them have black rings.
Yeah. And, like, this gets kind of absurd later on. So it's like, they free the Daramon. And
theoretically, the Daramon should be stronger than them.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Like, by the end of this episode, there's like 5 Daramon on these islands that are just like in the caves, and none of them help out. I don't know how many Ultimates Chimeramon can fight at once, but I feel like it's less than 5.
I guess Daramon would have to be able to fly or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
it looks like a flightless bird.
yeah, it probably can, honestly. But, like, you know, it's still, though, like, you know, like, supporting fire, maybe? I don't know, man.
They probably do something.
They'd probably, like, shoot eggs. They'd just use Egg Smasher. That's probably helpful. Yeah, so it's like...
Also, surprised you didn't go with this image.
Oh, which image?
The thing that says that
Oh,
Magnemon's
yeah.
signature attack is Extreme Jihad.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get to that.
I did a double take on that one. I was like, what?
Yeah. I imagine
Excuse
there's
me?
probably, like, you know, some specific meaning to it that's like, oh, extermination or something. That's, like, what
You
they're
would-
going for, not, like, you know, like that.
You would think so, but I googled it.
You Googled it?
I googled the word jihad, a struggle or fight against the enemies of Islam.
Alright.
And then there is a second definition, but I'm pretty sure it just ties into the first one. The spiritual struggle within oneself against sin.
Second one seems like it might be a bit more fitting.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, it's, you know, like, you're shooting energy to erase, like, the sin or whatever, and, like, you know, blast the evil away, basically. Or something of that effect.
Supposedly it means, like, holy struggle.
Yeah. You know what? Holy Power does have, like, suit Magnamon. Because, like, his whole... Yeah.
It's just the context.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, this came out before 9/11, for sure.
It did not.
Did it not?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me... I'm not going to say that confidently, because I don't... I got it.
Okay, you got...
Well, yeah, I just got to get to the... Original run, April... Oh, no, it wasn't. April 2nd, 2000 to March 25th, 2001.
Okay, I didn't think it was.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure Extreme Jihad wasn't the name of his attack in the dub anyways.
No! Oh boy, was it not! Oh boy, was it
Probably
not!
It's probably like Golden Power or something.
I think it's like Magna Blast or something like that.
This seems about right.
And it's
Also,
like, yeah,
like
fair enough.
I like that your image actually has like the Palm Tree Island
Yeah.
ships. Anyways, we got way off track while I talked about crap that we'll get to later. And
Oh boy, did we. Yeah, it's fine. We're probably gonna, like, group these together as, like, one big episode, more or less.
Yeah, because it pretty much is. So yeah, Cody has been freeing the prisoners, and then TK shows up, and
And oh no, there's Devimon in the whirlpool.
yeah, and TK sees Devimon show up, and he's like, and that gets him really mad.
Yeah.
TK's like, all right, the hat comes off.
Like, he sees Devimon, and he's like, what the crap is the Digimon Emperor messing with? He's like, you know, back when I, like, fought Devimon, I'd give anything to, like, go back to, like, before Paimon died. But, you know, I had to grow up, and that, like, taught me a lesson about the world, and, you know, like, Ken's just being an immature brat. He has no idea what he's messing with right now.
Yeah, and this is all leading up to probably one of my most favorite moments in 02.
So yeah, probably unsurprisingly, the dub cut the whole thing about, like, growing up or whatever, because it doesn't want to acknowledge death. So it's just, like, a straight recap of events. It's just like, oh yeah, Andron, like, sacrificed himself to beat him, and, you know, yeah, like, we have to stop Kid. So yeah, minor difference, but yeah, these minor differences do mean a lot to me, I think. Like, they change a lot of, like, the context overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
So, yeah.
like... Yeah.
TK, well, I was gonna talk about the scene where TK finds Ken, but is there something else you wanted to talk about?
No, I was gonna go there.
Okay. So yeah, TK is just walking down the hallway looking for Ken, and Ken just steps out and he's like, there you are. Can't you see my Digimon is great and I'm gonna win and blah blah blah.
Yeah, Chimeramon's my true partner. Look how amazing he is.
Yeah. And TK, I forgot exactly how it goes.
Yeah.
But,
Oh yeah, I should probably mention Ken does absorb Devimon and like, like use his data for Chimeramon.
Yeah, he successfully acquires the Devimon parts.
As he does it, Devimon just, is just quietly just like, are you sure you can handle the dark power? He's like, do you understand the darkness or whatever? And Ken's like, shut up, I can control it.
Can you handle me? I'm a champion level. Ooh.
Oh man, can you handle the dark data?
All of this becomes kind of funny when you realize that Devimon's just champion level.
Yeah. Well, I guess to be fair, Devimon does like understand a lot more about the world than it seems like he lets on. But it's still like, Devimon's not physically powerful.
Yeah, his overall level is weak.
Yeah.
Comparatively. Champions aren't super weak. But...
Yeah. Like, when Devimon first shows up, he looks at all the trainers, like, all the tamers, and he's just like, okay, I want to fight them all on my own, because I'd lose. So so he's like, alright, I need to, like, be tricky and, like, break them up. And then he, like, gathers all the dark gears and that gives him the power to beat them.
Yeah, even Devimon realizes, like, I can't take all of them as champions because I'm just one champion.
Yeah, I'm strong, but I'm just one guy.
So yeah, TK runs into Ken, and he's basically like, "What? This is like, you sound like a child, you stupid brat." Like,
yeah. So I want like let this play out like specifically how it does, because it's like first Ken just starts like just whipping at him.
Well, I thought TK said something. I thought TK
no, you're
said
right. Yeah, he does say something
him...
first.
Yeah. TK starts talking trash at him.
Yeah, TK tells him to grow up, and Ken freaks out. He's like, no, he's like, shut up, I'm perfect, you insect.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and TK's just like, oh, is that the only insult you can think of?
He's such a child, immature little brat. Ken takes out his whip and smacks him, and TK's like, oh, your words didn't work, so you resort to violence, huh?
Yeah, can't win with words, so you resort to violence.
TK's not even phased. Like, dude's got a smug look on his face the whole time.
Yeah, TK's just like, okay, you done? It's my turn now.
And then TK just runs at him and decks him in the face.
Oh man, TK's so cool this episode.
Yes, he is. This is one of my my most favorite moments in this series.
This is the best TK has ever been.
TK went from like the nothing little kid to, hey, I'm gonna go punch the bad guy in the face.
Yeah, he's like,
talk him while I'm at it.
He's like, it'd be unfair for me to like fight him with my Digimon, so I'm just gonna beat you with my fist, you freaking brat.
And it would be unfair because apparently Patamon's way stronger than Wormmon.
Yeah. Like, TK and Ken are just duking out. Like, there's a moment where Ken just swings the whip and TK just grabs it and pulls it out of his hand. And he just rushes in.
He tackles him.
Yeah.
He tackles him to the ground and starts punching him in the face some more.
Oh, man, it's so good.
Meanwhile, Wormmon is like, I won't let you hurt Ken, and Patamon just blows through Wormmon's sticky net attack.
Yeah, Patamon, like Wormmon, just start fighting, and Wormmon's got nothing.
Whoops.
Oh, I was wondering where that came from.
Everything's fine. I forgot my controller was on the floor and I stepped on the power button.
Oh, jeez.
It's fine. I'll just turn it back off.
Alright. But yeah, like, while they're fighting, like, Chimeramon just, like, bursts through, like, the friggin' wall, and, like, you know, TK has to, like, leave to stop him, and, like, help the fight.
Yeah.
So yeah, Chimeramon's just fighting all the others, and they mention, like, what parts he has. And it's like, alright, it's like Cavitarimon's skull, Melgremon's hair, Greymon's torso, Garurumon's legs, which is still, like, super weird to me, because it's like the legs of a quadruped. Like, a creature that can't sustain itself on 2 legs is the base of this monstrosity.
I guess the way he has it attached, I don't know.
Yeah, Macromon's tail, and, like, Airdramon Angemon's wings, so he just has, like, that data for some reason. And, like, the arms of Devimon, like, is, like, the 2 upper arms. Friggin', like, Cavitarimon's left arm, and Skullgreymon's right.
Yeah, and the weird thing is that the implication is that he needs a copy of the Digimon in question to have their parts.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess he went out and found a Garurumon, a Metal Greymon.
Yeah, I believe he, like, stole some data from, like, you know, Melgreymon Blue at some point.
True, yeah, probably.
Yeah, and probably, also, like, Skullgreymon too, honestly.
Yeah. Also, it's weird that they keep going with this emphasis on, like, oh man, it's got Metal Greymon's hair, and it's like, why does that matter?
Yeah. Like, want Melgreymon's head and, like, you know, have Cavitarimon's wings or something.
Yeah, because Metal Greymon's got a metal skull.
Just yeah, like it'd be so much stronger. It wouldn't be a cooler design, but it'd be stronger.
Yeah. I don't know. It's ridiculous. The hair thing just feels like Ken was like, oh man, this would look cool.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what it is. Because if you know, like, Cavitarimon does not have eyes, but for some reason his head does. So yeah, they, like, you know, they finally, like, they don't defeat Chimeramon because he's way too strong and he's just throwing them around left and right. But it's like they at least make him, like, you know, release one of their Digimon. They just sort of, like, escape. And it's like, okay, yo, we could stop Chimeramon, but we saved, like, 5 Daramon that we're gonna do nothing with. Alright, and that's just sort of like, yo, where the episode ends.
Yeah. Episode 20.
Yeah, so this is, like, the only part where, like, the only part of, like, you know, these 3 episodes where it's like, okay, this is, like, a breaking off point, right? Like, this feels like the point where it's like, you know, like, there's a break in the action, this is, like, a new story starting or whatever. These last 2 episodes are just, like, you know, full on. This is basically a 2-parter at this point.
Yeah, so you start the episode, and Chimeramon's just ravaging like a little town.
Yeah, he just doesn't care. I like the old detail that's like, it's not playing like the Digimon Emperor's theme. It's playing like a different theme that I assume is like Chimeramon's.
Yeah, I thought it played like the evil Digimon theme. Like with the the trumpets or whatever.
It cast sounds like it's a mix of different things, which would make sense, but I'm not sure 100%.
Yeah, it might be Chimeramon.
Yeah.
It might be that Chimeramon has a unique theme.
Yeah, point is, Digimon Emperor is not in control here at all.
Well, that's not true. For now, he is.
Kind of, but not really. Like, Chimeramon's just attacking whatever.
Well, I get the impression that he's doing that because Ken told him to.
Yeah, Ken's like, oh yeah, attack, and he's just going nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, like...
it makes sense, because why would he have control over something like this?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, very quickly, we just sort of know, so it's like, oh yeah, Ken's like, just seeing visions, and he's like hearing Devimon's voice like taunt him and crap. And it's like, oh yeah, you don't have this situation under control, man. You are barely like directing this force of nature.
The darkness is gonna swallow you. Look below you.
And he's like, oh, I'm not gonna fall for that. And he just looks down and he's like, oh no.
There's like a dark void underneath him. Like,
yeah, he just starts screaming, and Wormmon's like, holy crap, are you okay? Like, Wormmon's very specifically like, yeah, you're approaching a point of no return, man.
yeah, that's something we haven't been mentioning. Well, we mentioned it a little bit, but yeah, Wormmon throughout the entirety of these episodes is trying to get Ken to stop.
Yeah, he's like, you don't need those Devimon parts, you can stop now. He's like, no, please, you don't need to, like, do this, you just turn back, you like, stop. No, but Ken, this Chimeramon's trouble, he's gonna, like, do something awful.
Yeah, to be fair, he probably didn't need the Devimon arms.
He really didn't.
Sure, it probably makes it stronger, but he really didn't need them.
So, like, here's what I'm thinking, right? Chimeramon's probably like a neutral type because there's like all these different attributes in balance or whatever. Devimon probably does to make him like more resilient to like data attacks.
Maybe.
Yeah. So it's probably part of like, just like fitting all these like different, attributes together to make something that has like strengths against like everyone.
Well, he's got the Skull Greymon arm for virus typing.
Yeah, but it doesn't hurt to have more virus type when your entire body is like vaccine, right?
True.
Well, I think like, isn't Garurumon data or is he like vaccine? I think he may be data. Yeah, he's data. So yeah, just sort of like, how that works out, Just gotta balance it out.
I'll look it up while we're talking.
Yeah, because, like, I'm pretty sure Melgarumon's data, so I'd assume it, like, goes through the line.
Thanks, Wiki. Attribute, vaccine data virus.
What the crap?
It's probably talking about the different variations, but I very specifically looked up Garurumon.
Wait, how'd you spell it?
G-A.
Okay.
Because I know Garurumon is a thing.
Gotta make sure you find Garurumon, not Garurumon.
Garurumon is listed as vaccine virus.
Alright, so cool. Garurumon's probably data.
Yeah, probably.
I'd assume so.
Who the heck is Mark Schultz?
Wait, what? Mark Schultz? What? Wait, pardon?
Apparently it's Garurumon's partner. Don't worry about it. It's probably from a series we haven't watched.
Wait, Mark Schultz. That may be someone from Digimon World 2. I think that name sounds familiar.
Okay. Do you run into somebody who has a Garurumon?
I don't remember. There's like a lot of people in the tournament, so it's like, like there's a lot of people with Digimon, and like I don't think any of them are specifically like their main partner. But it's like, there's a lot. I do remember specifically that it's like, I think Brendan has a freaking Raremon. And it's the nuttiest thing to fight ever. Because, like as a kid, you're just like, okay, well, I want to like take that thing out. And then it confuses you, so you attack your allies. Man, Raremon's such a broken effing Digimon in that game. Just, like, his ability to, like, just instantly, like, inflict confusion on a counter is so strong. It's so powerful.
Sounds powerful. Monochromon's data.
Okay.
We know Angemon is vaccine.
Right. Airdramon's probably data.
Kabuterimon is vaccine. Airdramon is vaccine data. So probably vaccine.
Maybe, yeah. It probably depends on like love.
I'm just gonna go with the top listed one.
Yeah.
What was
Like-
his other arm?
It was friggin' like Kawagamon. Kawagamon's probably virus.
Oh, I thought it was probably Data. Kuwagamon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He's virus. Yep.
Yeah. Alright. And, like, yeah, Devimon's virus, of course. Alright, so yeah.
Devimon virus, Skullgreymon virus.
Wait a minute, so all 4 of its arms are virus type.
Huh.
Huh. Interesting. You know what, I guess that does kind of make sense. They do have the big claws.
Yeah. Okay, anyways. We were supposed to keep talking while I just looked up these things, but it's fine.
It's fine. I got off topic, like, very easily. I feel like this is established at this point.
Yeah. Let's see what had happened.
Agumon, Gabumon, Tentomon use an oil pipeline to burn, like, friggin' Kin's fortress down.
Yeah, we hadn't gotten much further than Chimeramon's attacking a town.
Yeah. Like, I don't think there's really much else to really say about that.
Yeah. Yeah, the kids are hanging out and observing, and it's like, hey, we found a pipeline. Can we, they send a message to Izzy and like, can we use this? And Izzy's like, oh, it must go back to the oil rig. Yeah, I think we can.
Yeah.
So they shoot a giant geyser of oil into the air and then ignite it with Agumon and Gabumon's fire breath.
The dubbed version of this scene is kind of weird, because it's like, Cody looks at it, he's like, oh, is that? And you don't see the message, and like, Izzy's just like, oh, no way, that's! And like, then they get the command, so it's like, it's done in a way where it feels like both Cody and Izzy came up with the plan, like, simultaneously.
There's no indication that Cody sent a message.
Nah, it's just sort of, like, skimmed over a bit. Like, it's implied he, like, you know, reports the situation and stuff and maybe, like, gives the idea or something. Like, it's very weird. But yeah, the Digidestin's just sort of like, you know, the originals have to stay behind, because, you know, of course. And, like, the new Digidestin raid Kin's hideout. And it's like they all digivolve their Digimon. And we get this fantastic dub line where, like, Digimon announces, and he's like, Digimon, the drill of knowledge. I used to say drill of power, but this makes me sound smarter. And that's how they get around it.
Thanks, Dub.
Yeah, he's the drill of knowledge now because Digimon had a character arc we just didn't know about.
The real answer is that the translators probably screwed up and they fixed their mistake.
The real answer is they probably thought power sounded cooler and they realized that was stupid. Because there's no crest of power.
Yeah. There is a crest of kindness, though, which I didn't make up.
Yeah. I thought that would change for sure, but nah, it's kindness. Because, like, I'd assume if anyone, they'd go to Kari, but nope.
Yeah, well, the thing is, last week I was like, oh yeah, I was trying to remember all the crests, and I thought there was a crest of kindness, and I was like, wait, no, there's not. What am I thinking?
No, there is.
Yeah, it just didn't get introduced until season 2.
Which is, oh man, there's so many implications to this that I can't even.
That there was a 10th. That there was wait, how many Digidestin
This would be the 9th. That's
okay,
like,
yeah.
I was Kin also at the terrace?
Could have been.
Did we just not see him in anything? I don't. Because, like, that's the only way there'd be but it's like, we have this whole thing, it's like, oh, the 8 of you need to be together or this won't work. We specifically need all the Digidestined.
It's a retcon. Like...
It's so dumb.
It's fine. 8 was enough.
8 was enough. Yeah, we only need 8 of you, so, you know, if Kari dies, we have a spare back there. We just need to find him. We just need to find the real 8th Digidestined. No, yours. There's another eighth that my Osman missed, and that's the one we need to find. Yeah, he slept on this one hard.
Also, kind of unrelated, but apparently the Digimon reboot series is called Digimon Adventure :
Called what? Sorry.
Digimon Adventure :
Alright, that's friggin' weird.
Yeah, like it's how they're distinguishing it from the original Digimon Adventure, but yeah, it's stupid.
Just call it Digimon Adventure R.
Digimon Adventure 2020.
Digimon Adventure Reboot.
Yeah.
Or sorry, remake.
It's good.
Digimon Adventure Royale.
I keep telling you this, but yeah, it's good.
I need to get on that. I really do.
This for the listeners, I guess.
Man. It's like that's coming out, and also like the new season of like Kaguya-sama's coming out. And that's a good series.
Okay, but Digimon though.
Yeah, but did you see the intro? No, but she shoots the arrow and it like goes through like past all the characters, and like the main guy blocks it with his heart shield.
Okay.
That means nothing in context, but it's such a cool shot.
I mean, I know the plot of the show.
Yeah.
So I get it. I just don't care.
No, but yeah, she sent the letter to him for like the movie tickets, like so he'd try to be scared about asking her out, just so she could trap him in like thinking it. There are plays on top of plays on top of plays that you don't even know about. Oh man, I freaking love that show. The part where it's like, yo, like the narrator just like angrily describes why like people are into cat girls. And he just sounds like just so disgusted with like everything. He's like, Neko me. It's so good. Just the volleyball episode. Oh man. But yeah, Digimon.
So slow down the fortress, and then they jump in. Lightramon jumps in, and everybody else just flies because they can fly.
Yeah. Because of course.
Oh yeah, we do get a bit of dialogue in the last one where it's a kind of a nice little moment, or maybe it happens in this episode. I don't remember, but Vmon is like, "Oh man, if I could fly, this would all be better."
Yeah.
And then Davis is like, "You don't need to be able to fly. You're fine just the way you are."
Yeah. At least Davis is like a good guy. Like, he's
Sometimes.
an idiot, but he is a good person.
Yeah.
Like, ultimately does, like, you know, trust people and care about his friends and stuff. He's just an idiot, and he has no boundaries when it comes to Kari. He's a weird, jealous, simple-minded moron.
Yeah.
But at least he's not a scumbag.
At least he's not an absolute psychopath.
At least Davis has never kicked a single puppy in his entire life.
As far as we know.
As far as we know.
I'm gonna say he probably hasn't.
I'd assume not. You just go and you follow Davis around, and he's just like, "Oh, hey there, little guy," punt. He's like, "How was that, Vmon?" Vmon's like, "Oh, jeez." It's just this random hobby of his.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, every now and then, just off screen, Davis totally punts that dog. Oh, man. It gives him a thrill that nothing else really does. So yeah, they get into the base and they start like messing stuff up. They're like firing off Bakumon. I like this detail where it's like, yo, as they're firing like friggin' like Breakup is playing and stuff. And Chimeramon breaks through the ceiling and Breakup stops and it goes to like the bad Digimon theme.
I like how anytime they need to show that the kids have gotten stronger, they just throw some Bakumon at them to wreck.
Yeah.
It happened in the first series too.
Yeah, that was a thing.
And one of the funniest moments of just a complete beat down.
Like the Bakumon are attacking like formation too, like they're doing the Kin soccer stuff.
Yeah. The kind of a weird part is that Breakup starts playing as soon as the Bakumon like open the door, instead of like when they start Digivolving.
Oh right, I actually didn't realize that. Yeah, I didn't like think, but yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of like syncs up the song to the Bakumon appearing and not the Digivolution, so it's kind of weird.
Oh man.
But yeah, Breakup
yeah.
starts playing while they totally wreck a bunch of Bakumon.
Man, it's like Chimeramon just shows up and he immediately just blasts everyone back there in training forms, like no questions asked.
It's like Chimeramon is really strong.
Yeah, they try to fight him off, but boy does his one move just hit them really hard. Like, that laser beam is so overpowered.
Yeah, even when it doesn't hit them, it's like, oh man, it's so powerful, it's blasting us away.
Yeah, just the ripple effect off of, like, the side of it, like, digivolves them. Because if he hit them directly, they die.
Probably, yeah. It's, they're getting hit by the splash damage, and that's the only reason they're not getting completely destroyed.
Yeah. So it's like, Ken just sort of sees them on their own training forms, and he's like, wait a minute, those are the stuffed animals from that soccer game. Digimon are alive!
Could it be? Am I the dumbest antagonist in any Digimon thing ever?
Are Digimon actually... they're babies! Oh no, I was like... At first I was sitting there, it's like, alright, is this just Ken realizing how, like, powerless they actually are to stop him? Or is this actually going to go the full route of, like, Ken doesn't know what he's doing?
Yeah, and the answer is, he didn't know. Somehow he didn't know.
We'll have to get to that in, like, a second. Because I want to get through this so we can have, like, a good talk about that crap.
I mean, he's already like, oh man, they're alive? Their bodies? What?
Yeah. He's like, they can exist outside this world? Excuse me?
And then he orders Chimeramon to stop, and you're like, oh, maybe he's, wow, that was a fast turnaround. And he shows up to where the kids are, and he's like, okay, Chimeramon, start attacking again.
Yeah, like he hesitates, and that lets, like, Davis run past Chimeramon, because he's a big idiot.
Yeah.
Just with the power of Shonen, he just chooses to not give a fuck, and he puts his life in peril danger. Yeah, he just sort of, like, goes through, and he, like, slips down to the power room, where, like, Wormmon meets him, and Wormmon's just like, hey, come this way. You need to, like, get to the power room to, like, stop Ken. And Davis is like, okay, awesome, let's do it. Just no questions asked.
No, at first there are. At first he's like, I don't trust you or whatever, and Wormmon's like, look, I want to stop this as much as you do, please trust me. And then Davis is like, alright.
Yeah.
So good
like,
on Davis.
There's a second where he's just like, alright, May, you're trying to trick us, and Wormmon's like, no, I really want to help. And he's like, okay, I believe you.
Yeah, Wormmon's like, this is messed up, I need you guys to help me stop it.
Yeah. He's like, Ken is reaching a point of no return, man. This is gonna go south fast.
So yeah, Davis continuing to show that he's a good guy.
Yeah. As soon as, like, Davis gets past him, Ken's like, alright, damn, well, I have to do something, so, Chimeramon, keep attacking. So Deus just sort of like finds the power room, which is fueled by the Digi-Egg of Kindness. And he's able to like lift it up and armor Digivolve Vmon.
Yeah. The Digi-Egg of Kindness also just happens to be the golden Digi-Egg.
Yeah. So yeah, this just like very low-key just like implies that like Ken was able to lift the Digi-Egg at some point. And he was just like, oh, this thing puts out energy. I can use this.
Yeah. Well, they would have had to have been able to lift it to put it in the power room.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, at one point Ken was worthy, but now he's probably not. If Wormmon got the Digi-Egg of Kindness, he could turn
into something pretty cool.
Yeah. Like Golden Stingmon, or like he'd just be like the 6th Gold Ranger or whatever the heck, right?
Heck yeah.
Like that'd be awesome.
But yeah, Davis digivolves Vmon into Magnamon, and he mentions hearing a voice.
Yeah. So like I want to see that fan art of like Stingmon, but he's got like Magnamon's armor on it. It kind of works, right? Like maybe you alter the helmet up a bit, but it's like, yeah, you know, the big shoulder pads and stuff. You know, it's the big like arm bracers. Big like greaves and all that stuff. Oh, that'd be so cool. Is there a result?
Give me a sec.
Oh, I'm curious. I'm so curious.
Apparently there's a Jewel Beamon.
Interesting, but I don't think that's quite like what I'm thinking of.
Probably not. Hold on.
There has to be like some shot where you could like just line those up and like drag them over or something, right?
I mean, it kind of like it's not as golden as you would expect.
Kinda.
Like, hold on. It's not even an armor evolution or anything. It's just it's Wormmon's ultimate form.
Oh. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I guess that kind of does make sense.
He gets like a spear.
Yeah, his spears, he is like, yo, like these weird jewel segments all over his body, these like round, shiny bits of metal, you know? He looks way more grasshopper-like than I expected. Like he's a crazy grasshopper spearman with big like blades on the ends of his arms.
Oh, he's a grappler.
Oh! Okay, that's pretty good.
As a grappling expert, it prefers beautiful battles.
I don't know about beautiful, but that's pretty good. I don't know. When I think grappling, I think like really rough, like intense beatdowns.
Seems like it first appeared in a game.
Huh. Yeah, when I think grappler, I think, you know, I'm just gonna grab your arm and you're not gonna be able to get away as I just slug it out. You know?
Yeah. Let's try Magnus Stingmon. Maybe that'll get something.
Maybe.
I'm trying. I feel like we can't be the first people to think of like.
There's no way.
What if Stingmon used the actual golden Digi-Egg?
No, I'm not really seeing much.
Same.
Wait, Stingmon has like a Griffon? Wait, no. Grandest Kawagamon. Right, yeah, that's a thing, I forgot.
Yeah, it turns into Grand Kawagamon.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, don't worry about spoilers, because I've already seen these champion forms and stuff, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep looking for this.
Alright, I'll keep going as you keep looking, because there's gotta be something there. There has to be some into this.
Yeah, because I want to see... I want to see if the... maybe there's official art. Maybe I'm just looking up the wrong thing.
Maybe? I kinda doubt it, actually. Like, we're looking up pure fan art at this point.
Yeah, I should probably look up Digimental
Yeah.
if I wanna find.
I looked up Stingmon Gold Digimental and it didn't, like, come up with anything. Well, maybe, well, I don't know, I'm already off the page, so whatever. So yeah, that's the end of episode, like, 20. So as you can see, it's like, you know, yeah, we have Magnamon, and it's, like, right before the big fight, so... Yeah, it just sort of leads into 21 supernaturally. So yeah, so... Magnamon just sort of, like, shows up, and we get a little, like, friggin' data thing for him. And it's like, oh yeah, his signature attack is called Extreme Jihad. And, like, his energy restores the health of everyone around him, basically.
Yeah, it gives them all their energy back so they can at least go back to their rookie forms. Oh,
Yeah.
when they all get beaten by Chimeramon, a little detail is that Patamon doesn't go all the way back to baby form, and neither does Gatomon.
Right, yeah. Oh, that's cool, because, like, they're stronger.
Yeah, that's what I assume, at least. It's
yeah,
like
of course they'd be.
They're more experienced, so they can hang on to their...
Yeah. Like, Vmon was just sort of, like, you know, chilling out in, like, the Digiegg for all those years. Oh, man.
Okay, so I'm assuming that the golden Digiegg is the... okay, yeah, the Digiegg of Miracles, because it's there's Magnamon.
Yeah.
There might be an official form. Hold on.
Maybe?
What is that?
There might be?
Yeah, it doesn't look as cool as I was hoping, though.
Oh, jeez, you found it?
Yeah, because remember, I at one point I shared a chart of Digimon using the various Digieggs to turn into different things.
Oh, right, that.
Yeah. That's it.
I
get what they're going. I get what they're going for with it, but eh.
Yeah, I saw it and I just assumed I was like, whatever, but yeah. I don't know, that's actually kind of lame. That's fairly lame.
There is another golden Digiegg.
I don't think it'd have like a different effect or anything.
It might turn into something different.
But yeah, this is like basically I'm looking at like just a fat, like, you know, scarab man with like prayer beads around his head. That's just like very rounded, has like 6 arms with like, you know, these weird, super short dual trident things in each of them. So it's just sort of like, like it's fine, but yeah.
I think there's some kind of holy artifact. I don't know from what, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, not exactly the coolest design in the world, really. It's just sort of there.
Oh, okay. It's from Digimon World Dawn and Dusk.
Oh, alright.
That's where we get Kongomon from.
Huh. Alright, makes sense. That game does have, like, everything. That game has effing, like, Millenniumon Z mode.
Okay, okay, it's called a Vajra.
Alright.
The name makes me think it's Hindu?
The DS Digimon games have Dot Agumon. And it's like, Agumon is like, you know, the like low poly, like, you know, sprite from like the handheld games. The little, like, you know, like Tamagotchi things, right? You can evolve into that.
Okay. The Vajra is the weapon of the Indian Vedic rain and thunder deity Indra. So it's a weapon. It's like a spiked club.
I don't know. I don't like the... Like, I get what they're going for, but I don't quite like the fact that it's like 6 arms with these. Like, this seems so stubby, and his arms are just overlapping each other. Just doesn't seem that effective at all.
Yeah, well, the description says that it's supposed to be like a heavier, harder hitting thing, but yeah, I get it. I think it would have been cool to stick to the sleeker design of Stingmon.
Yeah. Like, cause yeah, when you get Flamedramon, it's like Veedramon but sleeker. And when you get Magnamon, it's like Veedramon, but he's still sleek, but he's like got bulk to him.
Yeah. He was voiced? in an English.
Wait,
Wait,
what?
what? Kongomon appears at Frontier?
What the crap? Okay, that's gonna be interesting.
I don't remember that.
He must be somewhere. I remember I saw like a good bit of Frontier, but not all of it, so maybe he's like in the background somewhere. At least now I'll be looking out for him. Just we have to find him at some point.
I guess, okay, it seems like he might just show up for like a second, because it says he's a cameo.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, so I think Magnemon just starts fighting like Chimeramon. Is like Chimeramon just starts like cackling like freaking Devimon. And it's like, yeah, it's implied everyone can hear it too.
Yeah, Chimeramon's just going nuts.
Yeah, the direct implication of this, I'm guessing, is that Devimon's just in full control now. And, like, Devimon's the one that's, like, fighting everyone at this point. Like, he just assimilated to the body and took it over, basically.
Yeah. Which, if that's the case, it would have been cooler if it was TK who took him out again, but,
yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with this.
I understand that the hero had to, like, the main character or the leader had to beat him.
Yeah, Magnemon's just such a cool, like, Digimon to fight this thing with. Like,
yeah, Magnemon's great, and the way that the way he beats him is fantastic. Yeah,
Magnemon just feels like, just the full, like, realization of, like, the whole Vmon line, right? Because you have Vmon, it's like, oh, he's just doing the, like, fat kid windmill thing, and he's, like, doing headbutts and stuff like that, And you get to Magnemon, and all his attacks are, like, actual punches and kicks.
Yeah. By the way, I don't think we've seen him do, or have we, where he does the windmill thing? Have we seen him do that in the anime?
Not yet.
Okay, because I was gonna say, I think you're just remembering from Rumble Arena, because that was his attack. He had V headbutt, and then he had the
V punch.
Yeah, the running V punch thing.
I'm sure he has to do that at some point. Like, somewhere.
He might. Also, one last thing about the Kongomon thing. He's got two arms too many. If he's supposed to be an insect, he should only have 6 limbs, but he has 8 because his feet count.
Yeah, so he's like a spider.
Yeah, he's got 8 legs, or 8 appendages.
Yeah, that's super weird.
And heck, he'd probably look a little better with 2 less arms.
Yeah, he honestly would, because then you'd be like, okay, now I can see him kind of fighting a bit. Because, like, the R2 arms are, like, getting in the way of, like, everything.
Yeah, it looks like he'd have trouble moving all of his arms together.
Yeah.
Okay, the last thing about him. Okay, we're done.
Alright, we're done with the Kongomon.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's like, so, crap, where was it? Right, yeah, so friggin' Kin just whips Wormmon for speaking up again. Is like, just friggin' Magnemon, Chimeramon just start, like, duking it out, And, like, Chimeramon, like, shoots a blast and all hits, like, Kin, and he's like, hey, watch where you're aiming that thing. And he just, like, floats in the air super menacingly. It's like Devimon just laughs at him. Yeah, because Chimeramon just doesn't care about if he hits Kin or not. And Kin doesn't seem to realize this. Yeah, I think he's sort of slowly realizing it. Yeah. Well, Kin's like, oh, you're not my partner. Chimeramon's my partner. Yeah. Ooh. He's in denial at this point. Yeah. So yeah, fun fact. The dub does not have the laugh. Huh. It doesn't have the Devimon laugh. Which sucks, because it's so good. Yeah, it's I'm not such a good detail. Though. It's like Chimeramon is effing laughing at you as he's, like, blasting this bass to bits. Yeah. But yeah, so, like... it hands in, like... they confront Kin as he's, like, trying to escape from all this chaos. And Kin's like, no, he's like, you're not gonna stop me. This is a game, and the ultimate winner will be me. And they're like, no.
You're still calling it a game, you psycho.
There's like, you can't just screw with these Digimon. They're alive. They have souls. How dare you play God like this? And Kin's just like, ugh. He's like, I don't like that at all.
They specifically call him out and how lame it is that he took a bunch of parts from other Digimon, fused them together, and he called it his Digimon.
Yeah. Just plain Frankenstein.
Yeah. Ken whips Wormmon again, I think. Oh no, that's before the kids show up.
Yeah. I should really point out, Magnamon is voiced by Steve Bloom, aka Spike Spiegel.
Yeah.
In the dub, it's like, oh, it's such a cool voice too.
Yeah, Steve Bloom kills it.
Yeah.
Steve Bloom is Guillemon in the English dub of Tamers.
Oh, it's so good. Wait, he was Kyogai, a Demon Slayer? Wait, who? Huh. It was Kang the Conqueror in Marvel Future Alliance. Of course he was Baki. Wait, no, he was Doppo. Alright, yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
I think he's Zabuza in Naruto.
He might be.
I think.
He's Swan and Tiger and Bunny. He's Logan. Alright, that fits super well. It's friggin' Wolverine. Sorry, I'm just like looking through. Wow, he was in the Stitch anime? Seriously? He voiced effing Felix and Sparky? Holy crap. Okay, yeah, he's Zabuza and Orochimaru. And Ow.
Wait, he's Orochimaru?
Yeah, and he's like the Tsuchikage too.
Okay, yeah, so like I said, Steve Bloom's range is amazing.
He's so good.
I had no idea he was Orochimaru.
He's so good, though. Alright, he's like the Falconmon line, that's awesome. Sorry, I'm just wiki diving at this point.
Yeah.
Like, of course he's Mugen. Of course he would be.
Yeah, of course. Guess what? He kills it in that role, too.
Yeah. Like, man, should I even, like, be doing this right now? Wait, he's JP? He's Beetlemon?
Oh god, I can hear, like, now that you mention it, yeah. Like, remembering his voice, I can hear it.
Huh. Interesting. And he's like, alright, of course he's Guillemon on that line. He's like, Megidramon. Alright, that's cool. He's actually Megidramon.
Oh, so they just had Steve Bloom do a bunch of roaring sound effects.
That's amazing.
Because I'm pretty sure Megidramon never says a thing.
Oh, heck yeah, he's Blackmore Greymon.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they get Steve Bloom to do a lot of voices in Digimon, I guess.
Yeah. Like, he does a good job, too. Like, holy crap.
Yep.
Alright, yeah, that's everything I really recognize here. Alright. Sorry, just had to look that up.
Yeah. So I don't remember how they get outside, but Chimeramon blows up the base like crazy.
Yeah. Do I have it written in the notes? Is it just like...
I think he just starts attacking indiscriminately and the kids run for it.
I should also mention that it's... Yeah, right, yeah.
Ken's like, stay here if you want to die, I'm out.
Yeah, they all just, like, abandon ship and stuff like that, because they'll have stuff that can, like, fly, basically.
Yeah, even Davis now.
Yeah, even Davis. Because Magnadramon is just flying around and doing awesome just sonic punches with, like, ripple effects. And it's great.
It's really cool to watch something, like, as you can see on this, for the picture that's being used. It's really cool seeing something so small just punch the crap out of Chimeramon.
Oh, man.
And it's like, oh, right, Magnamon's crazy strong.
Yeah. So yeah, get outside. Magnamon's just, like, shooting missiles and stuff everywhere.
Yeah. As if punches and kicks weren't cool enough, he can launch missiles and blast light out of his armor.
And if missiles weren't cool enough, he can launch extreme jihad, right?
Well, that's the shine. That's the glowing light from his armor.
Oh man. So I just had to.
I know. It's just, yeah, I can't get over the fact that the attack's called Extreme Jihad.
Oh man.
I'm gonna post that image to the other server so that all my non-Digimon fan friends could be like, what?
Yeah, oh, it's so good. So it's like, for Magnemon's like fine Chimeramon, but he starts running out of power because it's implied that, like, you know, the armor forms only last for so long. So he starts running out of energy, and, like, you know, the Skull Greymon arm, like, grabs him, and he, like, can't escape it. Is the point where it's like, Wormmon just gives Kin, like, a dressing down, where Kin's just escaping onto Digimon, and Wormmon's like, no, I need to, like, tell you what's up.
Yeah, Wormmon's kind of had enough at this point.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, you used to be, like, a good master, you know. Like, we had all so many great adventures here together, and you left, and you came back, and something changed, and, you know, you were like, you wanted me to call you the Digimon Kaiser and all this stuff, and, you know, you started acting like mean, and you started enslaving Digimon, and I just wanted to see you smile again. I just wanted to, like, you know, see you, like, you know, just be happy, but no, you're just, like, not content unless you do all this stuff and all this stuff like that.
And then another one of my favorite moments, Wormmon starts to glow gold, and then he headbutts Kin off the back of the Digimon.
He headbutts him off the effing Digimon and just pilots it to, like, crash into Chimeramon. And, like, as, like, freaking Wormmon is, like, falling off of, like, Digimon, I think he gets hit or something. I think Chimeramon hits him at some point.
Chimeramon, like, smacks Digimon away, and while Wormmon's flying in the air from the impact, he punches him.
Yeah, and, like, as he's falling, Wormmon's like, oh, Magnemon, take all my power, and, like, the gold light of kindness shoots to Magnemon and gives him the strength to defeat Chimeramon, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's a genuinely really cool scene.
Oh, man.
Like, you finally get the catharsis of seeing Wormmon finally tell off Kin and, like, headbutt him and, like, defy him for the greater good, and then you get to see Magnemon with Wormmon's power added to his blow away the Chimeramon.
It's just that one element they needed to turn the battle.
Yeah. So Digimon Adventure 2, I have my issues with it, but it does have stuff like that makes it really good.
It does have its moments. I feel like, you know, so far, at least up till, like, this episode, my biggest complaints were, like, you know, oh, Kin's, like, being an idiot at some point, like, main characters don't have that to him, specifically Davis and Cody. Everyone else is, like, whatever, I guess.
Yeah.
Except for Yoli, she's pretty great. And, like, just, yeah, lots of really terrible pacing issues, basically, with, like, you know, episode structure and stuff like that. But, yeah, this is good. This is good. And, like,
finally...
yeah, Magnemon just destroys Chimeramon.
And finally, we see Kin on the ground defeated. Like, this isn't how it was supposed to end. How dare they? I'll go home and I'll delete all the data off my computer and start again.
I'll reset the digital world.
Yeah, and the other kids are like, are you serious?
Yeah.
This isn't a game. This place is real. Digimon are real. Like, they have souls and feelings and everything.
Yeah, he's like, wait, what this? They're like, no, do you know nothing, you idiot?
So, Ken starts like they're finally getting through to him. and then you see, I think it's either Kari or Yoli, I don't know, but they're trying to comfort Wormmon, who's still alive for the moment. What does...
Right, yeah, Ken holds Wormmon for a second.
Yeah, Ken goes over to Wormmon and he holds him and he's like, oh man, I can't, like, what did he say? Does he say anything? I don't think he apologizes. I don't remember what he says, though.
He's like, yeah, just like, oh no, Wormmon's like, yeah, not you too, or something.
Yeah. And then Wormmon says goodbye, Ken.
Yeah.
And then he fades away.
So up out for a second, Wormmon is way bigger than I can remember him being.
Oh, that reminded me of what he says. Ken says you're lighter than I remember.
Yeah.
Or like, were you always so light?
Man, like, can you imagine it's like, there's those super hyper-realistic images of Pokemon. I want one of those for Wormmon, where he's like an actual worm with like bug eyes, and the big anime eyes are like a pattern.
I'll pass on that. So yeah, he holds Wormmon, says goodbye, he fades away, and Ken has lost everything.
Yeah, he's just... This is one of the things I really like about this, because Ken's been completely defeated. Like, he's on the... Like, he does not get, like, respectable defeat. He doesn't get that honor. He's on the ground literally crying and throwing off his bits of, like, Digimon Emperor gear. Like, after, losing control of Chimeramon, just losing in a fight, having TK, like, just beat him as, like, a person, as, like, a tamer. And, like, even his own Digimon, like, turned against him and then died. And he's just on the ground just crying about, like, his dead brother and how he can't, like, face this again. And he's just utterly humiliated by, like, all of this. Like, Ken doesn't get a chance to just walk off and coolly be like, oh, well, maybe I'll, like, sing a different tune next time. So he's like, no, he is, like, pathetic in this moment.
Yeah, and you see him, like, I think Davis tells him to go home. His parents will be missing him. And, like, Ken's just kind of staggering off into the distance.
Yeah, he's just, like, he has nothing, and they're just screaming, no, just go home, Ken.
So, I want to say something that I think I've said before, maybe not on this podcast or whatever, but so even if Ken was certain that everything was a video game, because that seems to be the implication, is like, it's just data, it's a video game, whatever.
Yeah. The implication seems to be that he thought, like, he somehow created this world, and it, like, exists on his hard drive specifically.
Yeah, so that's why he's surprised when the other kids showed up. So, in certain video games, you can choose to be the bad guy. But
yes,
Ken's actions are kind of far beyond anything that you usually see in those kinds of games.
Yeah, well, Anna, I guess you'd make the argument, right? Because, well,
I guess it depends, but so my point is, have you ever played like an evil route in a video game?
Yeah, like off the top of my head, I'm thinking like Infamous right now.
Okay,
where it's like the evil routes are like the most interesting ones.
Yeah, and you wanted to see where it goes, but you don't really feel good doing it, right? Like you don't delight in like attacking innocent people and destroying things. Yeah.
Like off the top of my head, it's like Infamous. It's like to gain evil points, you kill people. Because of course, that's the bad thing to do. It's your like punishment for if you're trying to do the good route, and you get like friendly fire or something.
Yeah, you kill people, you steal food, you destroy buildings, like
so it's like there's that point where it's like if you're trying to do the evil route, the most efficient thing to do just go into the street, just like blast everyone with your lightning powers, and like you get that evil experience.
Yeah,
and I won't over-dramatize and be like, oh, it's so like terrible feeling, blah blah blah. But it's like you're sitting there like, I'm being a terrible person right now. This is not a good thing to do.
yeah, you don't feel miserable. It's like you know that like it's all fake, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, but you still have this sense of feeling that it's like this is bad.
Yeah, you understand that your character is the bad guy right now.
Yeah, probably a better comparison would be Undertale of all things.
Yeah.
Where the genocide route is you kill literally everything and you go out of your way to do so.
Yeah. Undertale would probably be like a way better comparison, because like that's a game where characters are actively like, yo, oh hey, don't kill people. And if you do, then like their reactions to you like physically change.
Yeah, people will like react to you. The world depopulates because people are running in fear.
Yeah,
Like,
people will look at you and be like, why did you kill my brother, you psychopath?
yeah. So Ken is playing the genocide route of Undertale and enjoying every second of it.
Yeah. Like
Like
he was a very psychopathic escapist fantasy going on here.
Yeah, like nothing is fun about the genocide route until you get to the bosses, and the bosses are cool. Like you enjoy the bosses because they're super cool. Like Sans will live on in infamy as being like super stupid hard, but like a really cool fight otherwise.
You know what? I want to propose a counterexample.
Okay.
Alright, so Nier Automata, you know the machines are alive, and you're actively, like, taking over their bodies so you can make them fight each other for fun, because it's a cool thing to do.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to.
You don't have to, but you can.
You can do that.
Is that more or less what Kin was doing?
This is different.
Because you can see the pain and stuff. It's not just, watching robots just blow up.
Well, also, the robots you fight and are hostile to you are in, like, a hive mind network. And they're all under the alien hive mind.
Yeah.
So they don't really have individual selves or anything.
Right.
The robots that are not on the network typically don't bother with fighting people, except for, I guess, the Forest Kingdom.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like... I'm trying to think of, like, counterexamples, right? Because I want to be, like, kind of, like, nuanced and accurate about this, right? Because it'd be easier to kind of go at this and be like, okay, like, of course, Kin bad, but it's like, there's a few other layers to this, I think. But at the same time, this is a man who kicks puppies.
Yeah, so the problem with comparing this and Nier Automata is that the robots don't have individual personalities, not the ones that you're hacking and having and using to kill other robots and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have individual personalities, they're just war machines.
Yeah.
Digimon have personalities and feelings and souls and whatever, and they give off that impression in Undertale with the various characters. Even the random encounters, each random monster has its own, like, gimmick and personality and, like, way to deal with them.
Yeah. Like, there are playthroughs where it's like, one playthrough that comes to mind specifically is like, I think it was like Markiplier's like brother or something. I was like someone on his channel or something. And he's just like, alright, I don't want to like pressure you into anything, so it's like, hey, just do whatever you want, If you want to kill a monster, just go ahead and do it, that's your choice. And he's like, okay, when I find something I want to make miserable, then I will kill it. And they go through that game, and he never does it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like that's, like, indicative, right? Because it's like, if you take out the rewards, like, I feel like most people would prefer to be nice to, like, characters if they can.
Yeah, if they're actual characters and they have, like, there's more to them than just, like in a Dragon Quest or whatever, like, that slime doesn't have a personality, it's just a slime.
Like, these monsters that are attacking you are just whatever. But it's like, this rock monster that's, like, crying over its friend is like, yeah, maybe there's a bit something to there. Maybe you are the bad guy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah. So Ken being, like, enslaving Digimon, having them fight each other, and, like, delighting in every second of it is really screwed up.
Yeah.
Like, Spoilers.
Like, let's not forget, Ken was specifically like, oh, hey, Deputymon, execute those kids. Or, sorry, not
Yeah.
Deputymon, Starmon.
Starmon. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was gonna, like, hang them from the gallows.
Yeah. Like, Ken
I
has
think
done some terrible... Like, if he had the choice, he would have killed these children. And that what makes me kind of think that it's like, you know, maybe at some point in the story, maybe they're completely intending to, like, go the hard route with this, right? And just, you know, Ken just realize these people were, like, you know, not his objects, or not exactly, like, realize they were, like, real, but, like, you know, realize that, like, there is value to these things and stuff like that, you know, and or go, like, a harsher, like, turn.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, at some point someone wanted to, like, soften the blow, so this is what we got to, like, have justified a bit. Even though earlier we saw, like, you know, pretty specifically that it's like, you know, Ken copes with, like, you know, his feelings by making people around him feel miserable. Like, he kicks puppies because it makes him feel better.
Yeah. Oh, something we skipped over is, we see whenever Wormmon gets killed, when Wormmon dies, we get a flash to Ken having a flashback to his brother being hit by a car.
Yeah.
You don't see it, but you hear the sound effect.
Yeah, it's implied heavily enough.
Yeah,
and the dub, they specifically have Ken say, oh no, Wormmon's dead now, just like my brother.
Yeah, I think he said...
In the sub, it's just implied.
Yeah, well, doesn't he say just like whatever his brother's name was?
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah.
Nas on the nose, not nearly as
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
nose
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, so a little bit of backstory on Ken is that he's gone through loss before. But honestly, spoilers, I mean, we're gonna get to it like next episode probably. I don't remember when it happens, but it's way too soon. Ken will get Wormmon back, and he has a face turn, and he joins the team.
Yeah, so I know that, of course.
Yeah, completely. If I had it my way, Wormmon would be gone.
Yeah.
Just
you know
Ken
what? Yeah, that'd be a good like punishment to, you know, have Ken be the guy in the chair, right? Because they established he's good with computers and stuff.
Yeah, if they want to have him face turn, I at least don't think he deserves to get Wormmon back.
Yeah,
because the kid was an absolute scumbag.
Like, you could make him the guy in the chair at, like, you know, the school or whatever. Just sort of, like, you know, type on the computer, looking up maps and stuff, and giving them intel if you want him to, like, be a hero.
Yeah, and what a surprise. Izzy can suddenly use the Digi-Egg of Kindness.
Yeah.
Like, so that doesn't go to waste.
Wait, what?
So, Ken has the, Ken's crest or whatever is kindness.
Yeah.
Which means that he would get the Digi-Egg of Kindness. But if we're gonna put Ken in the chair and not have a partner...
Oh, okay, you're talking hypothetical.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, his crest and his egg would go unused.
Yeah.
So, hey, what if we just give it to Izzy or something? He has a bug-related Digimon.
Yeah, you know what? That'd be interesting, right?
Yeah, and then Tentomon could turn into Stingmon. And then you still get the Pyeldramon and Dino-Beamon fusions.
Well, I'll have to think about that, because that's a bit of a stretch, I think.
Well, we've seen that the other kids were able to use other Digi-Eggs.
Yeah, but I don't know, I'm just the idea of, like, Tentomon turning into a different champion, right?
Digimon can turn into different forms. This is
but that hasn't been established in the anime yet, so that well, I guess Skull Greymon, but still, that feels a bit out of nowhere, right?
No, because it happens in the first one. We have a setup to it. We have a setup from the very first season that can happen.
Alright, here's an idea. So it's like Tentomon dies in the battle, right? Chimeramon takes him out.
You mean Wormmon?
Right. Well, Wormmon dies anyways, but like, yeah,
No,
Chimeramon just, you know.
you said Sting. You said Tentamon dies in the
Yeah, that's
battle.
what I mean. Like, I'm pitching a
Oh,
hypothetical here, right?
okay.
Alright, so they're like, fine, Chimeramon, you know. Somewhere in the battle, like, one of the stray blasts takes out Tentomon as he's like freaking out and stuff. And
Yeah.
like, afterwards, you know, like, he gets like the egg back, you know, it hatches and stuff. And it becomes a new Tentomon, and that one can turn to Stingmon. Or, you know, maybe it gets Wormmon or whatever, but it's like, it's implied it's the same Digimon.
I was gonna say, as long as it doesn't change his personality or anything, because that would be
Yeah.
that
I
would
don't
be
know. Maybe
great.
that'd be like a stretch just to make this kind of like scenario work, right? Where it's
Yeah.
like Kin could sort of like be the guy in the chair, but we still get like Pyhildramon. Or I don't know.
I just think it'd be way less confusing if they were like, well, Ken can't fight, so everybody try to lift the egg and see if you can use it, and it just works for Izzy.
Yeah, I guess.
I think that makes way more sense than like having Tentamon die and then be reborn as the same Digimon, but this time he could turn into something else.
What if like Davis gets Wormmon?
Why would he?
Because like, you know.
No. The idea is that Wormmon's gone.
Well, yeah, he gets the egg.
I mean, he could, but then he would. Then what? He fuses with himself.
Yeah. Like he, you know, treats Wormmon nice, and Wormmon becomes Stingmon, and he's like figures out how to do the fusion because he has the two partners, and because he can do it, everyone else is like, okay, maybe we can fuse too.
No, Wormmon's gone. Wormmon doesn't come back. If Wormmon came back, he could just go back to Kid.
But so should he?
That doesn't work.
Should Wormmon go back to Kid?
It's not a matter of if he should, he would, because Wormmon's good like that.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Wormmon.
I'm imagining a scenario where it's like, yo, Kin's like, I don't deserve Wormmon, and Davis is like, alright, I'll take care of him until you're ready or something.
No, because you know that he would be like, oh, I can't accept that, and then everybody would be like, oh, come on, you could do it, whatever, and like you get back with him, and everything continues usual.
I don't know, man. I just like the Davis Wormmon pairing, right? Because Davis is just like, you know, a nice kind idiot for him.
Sure, but it just doesn't, in my opinion, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
The situation I've come up with is like
this is getting messy.
Well, what I've come up with works with everything that with established rules. Well,
kind of.
It works with all established rules except for one, and it's that the idea that Wormmon wouldn't come back.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
The explanation could be that Wormmon's data takes a while because he sent it to Magnamon. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I feel like there's something there. There's like some way to kind of like twist this around that would work better.
You could reasonably explain why it would take a while for Wormmon's egg to form. I
feel like the most like reasonable way that this could like alternatively go would just be like, oh, Ken has to really suffer for his redemption, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he gets Wormmon back eventually, but it has to really work for it. Like, maybe he has to, like, find the egg or, you know, something like that. Maybe he has, like, turned down someone who was like, oh, hey, I could be your partner in the meantime. And he's like, no, I have to do this on my own and stuff like that, you know? Like, maybe he has to go through some trials and tribulations for this.
Yeah, I'd be way more okay with the redemption arc if Ken had to work for it, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
In an episode or two, he goes to the primary village and he gets, I think it's Pabumon.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just finds the egg that is Wormmon and he hatches it and
so what if the egg hatches and Pabumon turns into Tenomon? And Ken is like, oh, this is cool, but I'm going to give it to Izzy. And then Tenomon becomes Stingmon, and Stingmon rejoins Ken. And Ken is like, okay, now I don't have a Wormmon, but I want one. And he names his Stingmon Wormmon.
What?
Oh man. What if though?
What? It's nonsense.
It sure is. Alright.
But yeah, Ken, we didn't actually finish really. Ken goes home. The police reports are like, Ken, who was missing for 3 months, was just suddenly found in his home.
Yeah, he gets the crest of kindness, and like effing June just shows up, and she's like, "Oh, I go ride with Matt."
God,
Yippee.
I forgot about her. June shows up to the campsite, completely uninvited. After hitching a ride with there's like an entire B plot where June is hitching rides to get to the camp.
Yeah.
And she hitches a ride with an old couple who takes her to the wrong place, and then that's the last we see of it until she shows up at the camp.
Like, Matt got off so lucky, holy crap.
Yeah, because she shows up, she's like, "Where's the other kids?" And Matt's like, "Oh, well, Ty knows," and Ty's like, "Oh, yeah, you know where they are, right, Izzy?" And he's like, "I'll go out into the forest and look for them." And it's right at this time the kids come back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like there's not enough room in the van, so it's like, oh, hey, Matt, take the bus, here's some money, and take June with you.
They don't say that. June volunteers herself.
Yeah.
Should have made June hitch her way back. She wasn't invited in the first place.
Man, it's so cruel.
What she deserves. I'm with Davis. I don't like her. I forgot about all of this.
Like, what is she actually? She's like, oh, hey, I want to go camping too, and they're like, screw off. And she's like, alright, well, if I can get there on my own, though.
Yeah, and then like they're piling into the van or whatever, and she's like, "But I just got here. Now we're leaving." And Davis is like, "No one invited you, anyways."
Yeah,
and he's right.
He's super right.
You can walk home.
I feel in that situation, it'd be like, yeah, nah, whatever. We'll like give her a lift. Why not? But they don't have any rooms, so it's like, all right, just take the bus with Matt. Screw it, Matt. You gotta pay for your mistakes, man. You
Matt
went
didn't
too
do anything wrong.
He made her turn around and count to 10 as they floored it. And just left her there.
Yeah, he did nothing wrong. Because she wasn't invited.
It's such a cruel way to handle it, though.
I don't care.
Like, I normally hate this type of joke where it's like, oh yeah, like she's super pushy, but she gets her way, and that's your punishment, da-da-da-da-da-da. But it's like, nah, Matt, that wasn't cool, man. You can't deserve this.
It is when she tried to force her way into the trip completely uninvited, and then when they actually did ditch her, she showed up anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, she
June
sure
sucks.
June sucks.
Yeah. I don't like her.
So June versus Ken.
Well, Ken's worse by far.
Should June get Wormmon?
June's just... You know what? Screw it. Give June Wormmon.
June deserves it.
Like, June's inconsiderate and pushy, but she's not a monster.
She's never whipped a dog because she wanted to build a monument to her greatness.
Yeah. That's another thing, is like what Ken realizes when he finally realizes that Digimon are like alive and real. He flashes back to all the horrible things he had done.
Ken just remembers where he's like, oh yeah, I did make those Gizmon risk their lives walking on land carrying steel beams to build a prison for me to enslave other Digimon with.
He's like, oh yeah, I did whip the crap out of those Gizmon.
Like, I'm willing to see where the sub goes with this at least, but if this is it for Ken, then that sucks.
I feel like the writers realized that Ken was an irredeemable douchebag because they give a reason.
Yeah. They tried. It's a reason that feels like it's shoved in after the fact, too. It's only these last few episodes where he's just like, oh yeah, games and stuff. And not that's there, it can't, yeah.
Not that. They give further reasons.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, okay, maybe I should say.
Yeah, just wait. There's a really, really stupid justification for the way Ken acted.
Man, I hate the whole virtual friggin' it's like, oh, it's a computer game. And it's like that kills the stakes of so much of the series.
Yeah. Believe me, it gets worse.
Oh my god. Okay.
I wish
I believe you.
Yeah, this could have been a good story. There's a reason to believe that everything could have been good, but
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to think. It's like, has there ever been someone who kicked a dog and they had a good redemption arc?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know if that specific example, but there are people who are terrible, terrible people who get redemption arcs and they earn it. I'm sure.
And I'm trying to think of someone I don't know, Kefka or something, or a Dio who's just a real scumbag, and they somehow turn around and it actually works.
Dio's irredeemable. Dio's a monster.
Yeah. It's like Dio just shows up and he's the one who gets Gold Experience Requiem, and he does part 5 and does the big turnaround because we have to stop the drugs, guys. It's like that's how they make Dio redeemable. No, we have to stop the drugs because drugs weren't like this back in my day. This is much worse. I may have kicked dogs, but drug dealers are the real monsters. Man, I'm trying to think, the only thing that's really coming to mind for a good kind of redemption arc like this would be Endeavor from My Hero Academia.
Yes. Okay. Good. Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah, because Endeavor's there's that element early on where it's okay, still is a hero, and they play off of that, and that helps a lot.
Yeah, I still don't like Endeavor because of what he's done in the past. But he's still fighting as a hero, as a good guy.
Yeah. And as the series goes on, they explore that more and more, and it's just just good time with that. I think part of what makes that work so well is that it's the camera, just the figurative narrative or whatever, just the things around what's actually happening are never specifically okay, he's in the right for all this. It's always just sort of played neutrally enough,
I don't think so. I'm going to assume that Endeavor isn't given a reason, a justification or an excuse for why he did to his family what he did.
His only justification is that it's there's a mention. It's all right, my fire powers burn up my body, So I
Yeah.
want my kid to be better than me, and I need this to take on All Might.
Yeah, well, what I meant was, that's why I changed it. Excuse is a better.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's no excuse for, like, all the things he did. And, like, in fact, it's implied that, like, those mistakes in the past are going back super hard.
yeah, Endeavor did what he did consciously, and he knows, like, that it was wrong. At this point, at least.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait for the shoe to finally drop at, like, the tail. Because there's, like, they're building a specific thing up. And it's gonna be like, oh man, when this comes to a head, this is gonna be great.
Yeah.
Also, I don't want to go too deep into spoilers or anything, but it's like, yeah, there is something coming of that.
Also, I feel like this must be like a really wild switch for anybody who watches these, because usually I'm just kind of like letting you you talk, and I'm like, yeah, that's giving my input. I have a lot to say about Ken.
Yeah, that's fine, man. There's a lot to unpack here, I feel like.
Yeah, usually I'm like, oh, it's a kid show, whatever. The writing doesn't have to be that good. This is bad, though.
Yeah, this is something.
This is inexcusable.
Man. I'm trying to think of, like, other, like, you know, face turn arcs, right? Like, other, like, you know, redemption arcs that would be, like, you know, good, like, have... I don't know if I'd say, like, counterpoints, but, like, points of balance to this or whatever. To be like, you know, oh, hey, this might be a better way to handle this or whatever, right?
Yeah. We're going on a few hours now, so...
Yeah, it might be worth wrapping up.
Yeah, maybe if you can think of some face turns later, we can talk about them next time.
Yeah, maybe. I'll see what I do.
It'll still be kind of relevant.
Yeah, because, like, I definitely do love, like, you know, the arc of, like, oh, the rival turned hero, right? Because when it's done right, it's super good.
Yeah, but that only works if the rival hasn't committed atrocities against the world.
Yeah, if the rival isn't, like, a full-on villain, it works way better. But this is, like, full-on villain.
Virgil, Devil May Cry Virgil, kind of a douchebag. We never see him, like, I don't know, attack innocent people or like do anything outright horrible. He just wants to beat Dante.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking it's like, are there definitely, like, alliances of convenience? That's definitely a thing. But it's like, that's a different thing for a full-on redemption.
Well, have you played Devil May Cry 5?
Not yet.
Okay.
But I'm just specifically thinking, it's like, you know, like how Eggman helps you on, like, Sonic Adventure 2 at the end, right?
Yeah, but he's still a bad guy.
Yeah, he's just like, you know, this is the greater threat right now, though.
Yeah.
Or, like, Super Paper Mario has, like, you know, a good sort of, like, yeah. Well, I don't know if that's our redemption, like, I don't know.
Vivian? Oh, wait, did you say Super Paper Mario?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking, like, Count Blanc, because there's that moment at the end where it's like, okay, yeah, this is what I was thinking, this is why he did it. It's not really like he's a good guy now, as much as, like, I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, Black self-sacrifices, if I remember correctly, to help save the day, so that's okay. Because he did wipe out the entire Samurai kingdom.
Yeah. Yeah, if you wipe out a freaking planet, then that kind of... Yeah,
at that point, your redemption is death.
Yeah.
is dying doing a good thing.
Is wiping out, like, a kingdom, like, morally more or less reprehensible than being a tyrant and, like, enslaving people?
Ken was seemingly working towards, like, basically destroying everything. Like, Ken was working on it. He was trying.
Oh, man. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I thought in kind of a face turn thing is Vivian in Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door.
Vivian's more
Vivian-
like Wormmon than anything else.
Yeah, Vivian was she was working with the Shadow Sirens, but she was never really all that bad.
Yeah, she was always just the one they pushed around and forced into things.
Yeah, and the moment she learns that like the person they're trying to hunt down is actually a really nice guy, and he's been
Yeah. Off the top of... Yeah.
They've been helping each other this entire time. She's like, I can't stay with you guys. I have to stick with Mario because Mario's a good guy.
Yeah. I know, like, Fairy Tail does, like, friggin' face turns with horrible scumbags a lot, but they're all terrible. Like, there's characters who will, like, like, sexually assault and, like, crucify heroes and stuff, and they just become part of the guild. And everyone's just like, oh, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's what I from what I understand, I've never really watched that much of Fairy Tail. From what I understand, it's like a trash anime, but it's like people
say
like
the
it.
manga's better.
I don't know. I've never read it.
The manga's definitely got fashes, and I don't know how far the anime goes into it, but it's definitely, like, Hiro has a lot, like, in his mind that he gets off on, and he uses the manga to paint that out and work through those issues.
And yet people make fun of Horikoshi for making an attractive, dark-skinned bunny girl.
So I'm currently reading through Eden Zero for a thing I'm doing, because screw me, I guess. And it's like Hero's next series. And it's like it's like up to a point, it's like, alright, yeah, whatever. There's like some panty shots, some like whatever. This is fine. And it gets to a point where it's like, oh yeah, we have a ship now. It just has the fan service pool area, where if you just bathe in these waters once per arc, you will gain superpowers.
Ah, of course.
And boy, do they, like, go into a lot of detail on that. They're just like, oh yeah, it's just the massage section of the ship, where we can show very creepily detailed, like, close-ups of, like, Rebecca's feet being massaged.
Ah, okay.
It's like, oh, this is so intentional right now.
He's Quentin Tarantinoing it.
He's doing everything, man.
Yeah. It reminds me of an anime I've never seen, but I know of, where there's a bunch of girls and they have, like, jets for legs for some reason.
Oh, boy.
They have, like, jet engines for legs, and because they're so big and bulky and in the way, they can't wear pants.
What?
Yeah.
So they have, like, shorts on?
No, they fly around in their underwear.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
What is that anime called?
Man, right, there's a point in Eden Zero where it's like, oh yeah, we have to fight, like, an evil character who's, like, a healer. And it's like her whole thing is she just uses her, like, just effing head tail to grab people and use those human shields. And she heals them back up. And for some reason to fight, she just takes her outfit off, so she's just in her underpants and stuff, like her robes. And it's like, why weren't you, like, wearing something under this? What the heck? And she never throws a single punch. So it was completely pointless. And, like, another character with, like, a different power shows up, and they're just, like, an effing nun. And they just take their robes off to use their power, and then they put it back on immediately. It's so dumb.
Gotta find this anime. I don't remember what it's called, though.
Oh, man.
Oh, is it Strike Witches?
Stravages?
Strike Witches.
Strike Witches, alright, yeah. Maybe.
Maybe? Let me...
That sounds trashy enough. That seems like the type of trash we're thinking of.
Maybe. This might be it, yeah.
Alright, are you gonna, like, confirm it, or should we, like, wrap up?
We'll wrap up.
Yeah, alright. So yeah, just Go watch Strike Witches, I guess, maybe. I don't know, man. It's probably terrible.
Never seen it. I can't. I will not recommend it because I don't know.
Don't read Eden Zero. It's not that great. It's kind of dumb. It's kind of a very dumb. Should we like yes to Digimon Adventure 1, maybe to Digimon Adventure 2, no to Eden Zero?
Adventure 1 is good. Adventure 2 is worth watching for the good parts. Tamers is the best. Watch the Digimon Adventure 2020 reboot. It's good. Not just to you, but to anyone.
And then go read Yui Cameo Let Cuts Loose and just keep up with it. Because there's some weird nonsense, but, you know, hey, there's some stuff there.
Alright.
Alright, later.
Later.